Hello, friends, and welcome back to Cooking in the Kitchen with Jess. Today, we have a delicious pasta ravioli from scratch that we'll be pairing with a yummy tomato sauce. So keep watching, and let's get into this recipe. Wait. Before you go anywhere, I promise you this is a card making video, so why don't we cut to our regular background? Okay, that's better. Hey crafty friends, it's Jessica here and welcome back to Jessie Kate Creates. Today's video we are going to make some pasta themed cards, and just a little fun fact about your girl. In another lifetime after high school, I would have gone to culinary school. I absolutely love to cook. I love to spend time in the kitchen. It's just another form of creativity to me personally, so it's something I really enjoy. So when Spellbinders reached out to me about gifting me some items from their new Buon Appetito collection, I said yes very quickly because everything about it was super cute. So today I'm going to share with you 3 cards I made using 3 different items from that collection. So let's flip the camera around and get into these fun food-themed cards from my fellow foodies out there. So here are the items from the Buon Appetito collection that I used to make my cards today. There are 4 items available in this collection, and I have 3 of them. I have the ingredient buddies. This one is really cute. It makes like a tomato and like an onion or garlic, cheese, and a little meatball with sauce. And then you have pasta friends, which you have different types of pastas, and they all have cute little faces on them. So you have like a pile of spaghetti, macaroni, a little bow tie, a ravioli. Is this rigatoni? Is that rigatoni? Tell me in the comments what type of pasta that is. Anyway, the point is you have all these little pasta pieces and then some cute accessories like a fork, a chef's hat, an olive, a mushroom, a little like bell that could be rung. And then you can turn all of these images, same for this set. They have little arms and legs that you can use to turn them into little characters, which I think is super fun and super adorable. I love these, but probably my favorite item that I have from this collection is the Dente 3D embossing folder. I don't know what it is about this embossing folder, but I love it so much. It has so much depth and just makes such interesting image. So yes, these are the items I use. So now let's jump into the 3 cards that I made. We're going to start with the first card I made, which was this one here. I thought this was so fun. So pretty much the first thing I did when I got these die sets was cut out a bunch of the pastas. Here you can see I have my leftovers in the back of the bag here. But I cut out a bunch of these and I just wanted to test things out and play around with them. And I just think the little raviolis are so cute. I cut these out of the Spellbinders ColorWheel cardstock. I decided to use the Beeswax, which is a nice light yellow, and Tuscan, which is a deeper yellow. And then I also came in with a little bit of ink and did just a little bit of ink blending on the corners of my pieces, just to add a little bit more dimension to them. For the cheeks behind my ravioli, I used the chiffon cardstock, which is just a nice soft pink color. And then for the sentiment on this card, I wanted to keep it really simple. So I pulled out the Spellbinders Typewriter Adventure Sentiment stamp set. I use this one a lot. I think it just has a lot of good general sentiments on it, especially for the summertime. Now that we're getting a little bit closer to fall and winter, some of these sentiments don't work as well, but there are a lot here that are still just very versatile. You know, thinking of you, celebrate just because, just a note, thanks, best wishes, miss you, with love. You see what I mean? Happy birthday. Just a lot of good classics in this stamp set. So that's why I use it so often in videos. Okay, I wanted to heat emboss it, but I wanted to not use black. I wanted to switch things up a little bit. So instead of using black, I opted for indigo cardstock, which is still a really nice dark color. So the white heat embossing pops on it, but it's not black. And so I don't know. I thought that was a fun little way to kind of mix up my cards a little bit. And for the background of this card, I used that Al Dente 3D embossing folder. And you see what I mean about how it just has so much like depth and interest to it. I just am in love with this embossing folder. I wanted to keep things really simple, so I just did some ink blending with some light blue ink, and I let it fade off towards the top. And I don't know, I just really liked the way that looked. For dimension, the background, it is a 3D embossing folder, so the background is raised, and I popped my ravioli up on a thin layer of 1mm foam tape. So it's thin foam tape. It adds just a little bit of dimension, but this card is still totally mailable. Let's see what else. You can see I used a white gel pen to add a little bit of accents to the pasta and their arms and their legs. Again, just to make them really stand out on this card. I just think this is so cute. And I finished everything off with some gems. These are the Spellbinders Color Essential Gems in the color Sapphire AB. I love these gems in all their different colors. So usually when I place an order with Spellbinders, I'll add 1 or 2 packs of the Color Essential Gems just because I like them for my cards. So there we have it. That is card number 1. Let's move on to card number 2. So for card number 2, this is what we made. I wanted to challenge myself to make a card that didn't involve any of the faces on the characters. So instead of making them characters, I wanted them to just be a slightly more realistic version of a pasta plate. And when I was looking at the die set, I noticed the only characters you could really do this with are the ravioli, because the ravioli and the face of the ravioli cut on 2 separate dies. You could potentially do this with the cheese block if you don't layer the face on top of the cheese block. You could also potentially do it with this garlic or onion if you don't layer the face on top. But all the other ones, you can see the face is kind of built into the piece. So I thought this would be a really fun creative challenge for myself. I was like, okay, how realistic can I make this pasta with my current skills? So I cut out the ravioli. I cut them out of the Tuscan cardstock this time. And once again, I did do a little bit of ink blending on them to add some dimension. Something else you're probably noticing is that these are glossy. I put a thin layer of triple thick over the centers of each of the raviolis. And then I wanted to look like a finished dish, you know, where you sprinkle some herbs on top. So I took some green cardstock. I used rainforest and fern. And I cut just tiny little pieces of these. I cut tiny little strips and then I cut those down into small pieces. And I just put them on top of the wet triple thick. So I made all my pasta pieces separately and I let them dry and then I assembled them like you see them here. So yes, I added the little herbs to the top and I thought that was just really cute. I will say the pasta does look a little dark. If I did this card again, I might use the Beeswax cardstock so it doesn't look so dark. But overall, I think it still looks really good. Now for the background of the card, I once again used that Al Dente embossing folder. And I also wanted to use some of the smaller images in these die sets. So I opted for the mushroom and the little leaf. Maybe it's basil, who knows? It's just a yummy herb to go on your pasta. So I cut those out. Again, I cut the herbs out of the same rainforest and fern that I used to sprinkle on top of the ravioli. And I cut the mushrooms out of fawn cardstock. And for the back layer of the mushrooms, I hope you can see it's a little bit darker. I just used a marker to darken up the back. And I scattered the mushrooms and the basil, the herbs, all over the background. And I thought that, you know, it added interest and it made it really fun and really cute. For the pasta, each pasta is popped up on a layer of thin foam tape. I don't know if you can see that. It's very thin. It's very subtle dimension. And the middle one is popped up on 2 layers of that foam tape. Again, I don't know how well you guys can see that, but it just adds a fun little bit of dimension to it. Now for the sentiment on this card, I was trying to figure out what to do because this collection does come with a stamp set that has a lot of really cute punny sentiments, but I don't have that. And so I was really tempted to place an order with Spellbinders to get it and use it on these cards. But I was like, no, let's go to what you already have in your stash, Jessica, and let's see what you can do using what you already have. Once again, we're stretching the supplies we already own. So I pulled out the Spellbinders Space Greetings die set. It has happy birthday, greetings, love you to the moon and back, earthling. So I thought greetings worked really well. I was like, I like that. And at this point, I kind of didn't want to put this on a white background because I was like, it's too much white on white. So I decided red, like, you know, the sauce on pasta, I wanted to go for a red. So I decided to do the sentiment in red as well. So I went with a poppy cardstock. And I took that greetings die cut, I cut it out 3 times, stacked it up, and put it on top of the pasta. And I thought that worked out really cute. I liked the way that looked. And for this card, I did finish off the inside. I just took another ravioli. No glossy accents on this one, but I did add a little sprinkle of herbs and put it in the corner of the card. And I thought that was a fun way to finish it off and tie it all together. I'm sorry, for the first card, I forgot to show you the inside. For that first card, I just took one of those raviolis and stuck him on the inside as well. And I thought that was cute. For the final card, this is what we have. I'm really proud of this one. I think this might be the card I am the most proud of making from these items. And this card was really inspired by the little garlic image in the Ingredient Buddies set. As soon as I saw this cute little garlic, I was like, oh my gosh, how cute would it be to make some purple garlic? Because every time I'm at the store or at a farmer's market and I see purple garlic, I cannot get over how pretty I think it is. So I decided to cut out a whole bunch of these guys, and I decided I wanted to do like a little, what do you call this, a montage? I don't know the word. I wanted to scatter these ingredients all over the background of the card. So for the garlic, I used alabaster cardstock, and on the bottom, I brought in some purple ink and some gray ink, and just blended that up about halfway on the garlic, just to add a little bit of fun shading. I don't know if it reads as purple as I initially wanted it to, but I think it's really cute. So I was happy with that. And then for my cheese, I used the Beeswax cardstock. And once again, I did bring in quite a bit of shading just to get the cheese to kind of look the way I wanted it to, but I was really happy with how the cheese ended up. So cheesy and adorable. For our tomato, I used Poppy for the base of the tomato and Rainforest for the little leaf on the tomato. And I think those tomatoes are just so adorable. Once again, I did add a little bit of ink blending on those. And I'm sure you can tell on all of these, I used a gel pen to add some white accents just to add a little bit of extra interest to all of the characters. For the little spaces behind the characters' mouth and eyes, I just used Black Raven cardstock. One thing that's nice about these die sets is they cut out these little pieces right here, these tiny ones. They're sized perfectly to go behind like their mouths and their cheeks. So that made it really easy to put the little backers on those guys. Now for the garlic and the cheese, there are 2 layers to those dies. So I did pop up one of the layers on each of those. I hope you can see there. Again, with that thin foam tape I've just been so in love with lately. And it adds just a little bit of dimension to the card. For the background on this card, I once again use that Al Dente embossing folder. I'm telling you guys, there's something about it that I just really love. It scratches the right itch in my brain. And I just grabbed a kind of like purpley magenta ink and once again did a faded ink blending up the card, and I really liked how that looked. Now this card was probably the most difficult for me to come up with the sentiment I wanted on it, because for this one I really wanted something that was maybe a little bit, I don't know, that matched the card, and I wasn't sure what to do. And then I remembered that I have the Ciao spaghetti die set from Spellbinders, so I decided to pull this out and use the Ciao word with it. I thought about using some of these spaghetti pieces in the background as well, but I didn't want to take away from these cute little ingredient buddies because I really do think they're just so adorable. So I took the word Ciao and I die cut that out of Tuscan cardstock. I think I die cut like 3 or 4 layers and I stacked them together. And when I glued them down to the card, it kind of got lost on the card. So I grabbed a gray marker and did a little drop shadow. There we go. Now I think you can see it. I grabbed a marker and I did a little drop shadow on the word ciao, just so that it would stand out a little bit more on the card. And for the final finishing touch, I decided to add gems. I thought this card was pretty without the gems, but I think I like it even more with the gems. And for that, I used the Spellbinders Crystal Mix gems. And I just scattered those all over the card. And I thought these were perfect because depending on the light, these have a little bit of a purpley shift to them. I don't know if the camera is picking that up. But depending on the light, they can look a little bit more blue, a little bit more green, a little bit more silver. But I think because they're paired on this purpley pink background, it really picks up the purpley pink in the gems. And I just think they're adorable. Oh, and I forgot to show you for the inside of this card, I just cut one of these cute little tomato guys and put him in the bottom corner. So there we have it. Those are 3 cards that I made using the new Buon Appetito collection from Spellbinders. I hope you enjoyed these cards. I hope they gave you a little bit of inspiration for how to use these die sets and embossing folders, or maybe they just gave you some tips and tricks you can use in your own craft room. If you enjoyed this video, please, please, please do me a favor and give the video a thumbs up. That helps me so much with the YouTube algorithm. It helps other people to find me here on YouTube and join our crafty community. And if you liked this video and you want to see all the videos I put out, then please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And if you ring that notification bell, you'll get notified when I post new videos. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in another video soon. Bye!